Tonight, from Dallas, Texas, a city known for its art and culture, Dallas Music Network is bringing great Texas artists to the spotlight. We're streaming on social media and on all TV streaming devices on 2Stage TV. If you like what you see, your tax-deductible donation can help us continue to bring great Dallas musicians to the world. Tonight's episode is brought to you in part by a generous gift from Timothy R. Wallace. And now, Dallas Music Network presents The Spotlight.
Welcome back to the Dallas Music Network. I'm Joel.
And I'm Emmeline.
We're here with a brand new episode of The Spotlight, brought to you from a generous gift from Timothy R. Wallace.
We are so excited for tonight's episode because we are bringing you the authentic, incredible music of J.R. Coble. It's going to be an amazing show. Check it out right now. Back to Dallas Music Network. I'm your host, Emmeline, and I'm so excited for our episode tonight because we have with us the incredible J.R. Coble. How are you doing?
Incredible, I'll take that.
Yes, man, I'm so glad that you came to play for us. Such an engaging performer.
It was a pleasure, man. I mean, I appreciate the opportunity. I thank God for the opportunity. I was stoked when Bev reached out. I was like, let's go.
Yeah, you have a gift.
I appreciate that.
But you came into music kind of atypically. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So I was always a songwriter, but I ended up learning the guitar while I was in prison. I did almost 20 years in prison for selling drugs, which I'm not ashamed of because there's no shame in forgiveness. There's no shame in testimony, and God used that time to do what He's done for me today. And so I taught myself the guitar with a book, and it was crazy. You know, that I believe that you can do anything that you put your mind to because I did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they tell you that when you're like 4, you can do whatever you put your mind to. It's true.
Yeah. Well, and it sounds like you really had this opportunity. 'Cause we talked a little bit pre-recording about how you did grow up with music, like you sang in church.
Absolutely.
And you were a really good mimic.
Yeah, so I sang in church, and as I started to write music and create music, what I would do is I would mimic other artists, like, you know, just whoever, whether it be the Isley Brothers or just whoever I was trying to write a song, I would sound like them, and I would really like I could capture their voice really well. And the biggest blessing that I found was when I found my voice. You know, when I was like, this okay, so this is how I sound. You know, this is my sound. You know, this is JR. This is not Isley's or Joe or whoever. This is me. You know, and that was the biggest part of my journey. That it really transformed everything that I had going, because I really started to write music that wasn't according to another artist. It was equipped for me.
Yeah. Well, and it sounds like you had a lot to say because you had been going through this really difficult experience in prison. You were able to pick up a guitar and sort of find some purpose and meaning in that.
Absolutely. A lot of the music that I wrote, to be honest with you, I used it as escape. So I didn't really write too much about that part of the journey, because we're all on the journey.
Yeah, for
We're
sure.
all on the journey. And so I didn't really talk about that part of the journey, because whenever you're in the midst of that, it's like, I don't want to do it that. You know, it's like I don't want to talk about prison while I'm in prison. So I would write about things that I longed for. And I longed for love, and I longed for freedom, and I longed for happiness, and I longed for joy, and I longed for success. And so I would write about those things and translate those things and, you know, express those things through music.
So is that how you found your voice? Is by kind of digging more deeply into your dreams and allowing yourself to hope?
Absolutely. The first song when I found my voice, it was a song called, the song was called Maybe We've Won. So the song is about my mother. It kind of sounds like I'm talking to, well, I'll be headed back from the Georgia line when they find me. It's about my mom, and it's really telling my mom that I found this thing inside of here, and I think that this thing is gonna bless our lives. And I'm thinking, maybe, baby, or maybe we've won.
Aww.
And in the second verse, it sounds like I'm saying girl, but I'm not.
What are you saying?
I'm saying Gail.
Oh,
And it's my mom's name, it's Gail.
that's so beautiful. I love that. We talk a lot about on this show, and it's about songwriting in general, and that like songs are always love stories, but they're not always romantic love stories.
Exactly.
Right? There are lots of people in our lives who we love, and there are lots of things in our lives that we
Absolutely.
love, right? You talked about longing, and how sometimes what you love is the dream that you don't have yet.
Absolutely.
And sometimes what you love is your mom.
Right.
You were talking about how when you play music, like the thing that you think of most is your family.
Oh, absolutely. I do what I do for my family. Don't get it twisted. I want a big, dumb, stupid truck that looks like a transformer with a 6-inch lift on it.
We all need one of those.
We all need one of those.
Yeah,
And,
especially short folk.
And I seen a license plate on a truck the other day, and it said grrr, crazy truck. And I was like looking at the truck, I was like in love with that truck. And the license plate said grrr. And so I want that too. I'll jack him for that. I want that. But ultimately, I don't care about that. I mean, I got kids, and I got a mother, and I got a dad who wants to see the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
And I want to supply those needs. I want to feel that. I want to. You know, the Bible talks about standing in the gap. I want to fill that gap for my family. And I believe that God has given me the talents and the abilities to do that.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna be a good steward of those abilities and take care of this family.
And you're going to take those things that you wrote about, you're going to use them as a way to write dreams for your parents.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Take them to the Opry.
Man, my dad's goal is to go to the Grand Ole Opry, and what would be more amazing than him going and I be the one singing?
Yeah, what a dream.
Come on, man. I talk to my dad every day, and he pushes me. I got off the phone with him before I came in here. Man, I'm late to these people. He's like, well, go give them what you need to give them then, son. Go give them. You know, so that's my motivation, man, is my family, man. I got 3 beautiful daughters. Sequoia, Manaya, Tiana, I love you, straight up. I do it for you. Gail, I do it for you. And I just want to be a commodity instead of a liability, because I've been a liability before. I've been a liability in my family before, you know. And you change it, man. You just change it.
You get this beautiful opportunity through music
Yes,
to
ma'am.
suddenly be the essential thing,
Absolutely.
to be the reliable thing.
People fail to realize how powerful music is.
Well, I'll be headed back from the Georgia line. They find me on the Tennessee, down to New Orleans. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nothing but summer rain is blowing through your hair. Nowhere is no 9-1. Yeah. We're just living life, oh, like we're rolling dice. Me and my only kettle, yeah. Thinking we found love again, let's leave on. We found life and love, let's love strong. We found each other, let's be one. I'm thinking maybe, baby, oh, maybe we've won. Yeah. Maybe we've won, yeah. Maybe we've won, yeah. Or maybe we've won, oh. Well, I'll be sitting down in a southern town outside of Kentucky, yeah. You'll be sitting there with the same style of hair you wore when we first met, asking me questions you so I know the answer to. I respond with a lie. Ooh, we're just sharing life, oh, like we're sharing pie. What can be better than that? I'm thinking we found love again, let's leave on. We found life and love, let's love strong. We found each other, let's be one. I'm thinking maybe, baby, oh, maybe we won. Yeah, maybe we won. Maybe we won. Yeah, oh, maybe we won. To the brim. See, no matter what the percentage is, I'm betting on you. Yeah. They can't stop the deck. See, whenever it's my bet, oh, I'm betting on you, girl. Who needs aces up? Oh, tell me who needs love when you're betting on low. And I promise you, and that we'll win, yeah. I'm thinking we found love again, let's leave on. We found life and love, let's love strong. We found each other, let's be one. I'm thinking maybe, baby, oh, maybe we won.
Man, you could be sitting in the car about to give up on your life, love, living, dreaming, and the right song come on at the right time. It'll change your perspective. It'll dig deep inside of you, and it'll change everything about you, man. Music is a soundtrack to life.
And I think, you know, to your point, it can so often be the way God speaks to us.
Absolutely.
The way we find our motivation and the way we use the message we got to speak to other people.
Absolutely.
To reach into somebody's lonely place and say, you're not really alone.
All of the music that I've written, you can sit inside the car with your grandmother, all the way down to your great-grandchildren.
That's awesome.
And listen to it.
Yeah.
And it's still jamming. It doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be that to to say. I'm just being honest, you know.
Yeah.
You can write good music, you know, and it still sells.
When that goes back to your idea about finding your authentic voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your authentic voice isn't the raunchiest thing.
Exactly.
Sometimes your authentic voice isn't what people are going to tell you is the most commercial.
For sure.
But when you are your truest self, people gravitate toward that.
So when I found my sound, there was no longer the stipulation of just the music being good. It was always like, dude, you can really sing. And I was like, yeah, appreciate that. Like, I've been waiting to hear that for 10 years now. You know, all I had to do is find who I was, as opposed to trying to sound like Michael Bolton, you know, or, you know what I'm saying? Or Randy Travis or somebody. And
Yeah.
it became organic. And so I started to write songs. The one thing that I did learn about myself, though, was that I have multiple voices. I learned that that's a blessing of mine too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't have to stay inside of this box and just constantly sound like this, because I have the capabilities to sound like this as well. That's a gift as well.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and so that's what I started to do. I wrote songs that sound like this, and I wrote songs that sound like this, and it's all my voice ultimately.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you combine all those aspects of your personality, you give other people who are listening to your music permission to be complex.
Exactly. Straight up.
Permission to be different, you know?
Yeah.
Permission to step into different aspects of themselves.
For sure.
Because we all have different sides to us.
For sure.
But that doesn't mean that all of them aren't blessed.
Once you find who you are, because you can't be who you are for the world unless you find exactly who you are, because a lot of us are lost. We're running around trying to be this person. We're trying to replicate this Instagram page or this Twitter page, and you're not being who you are. Once you receive and realize that you got to be comfortable in your own skin, well, then the world can enjoy you for who you are. And then when it comes to music, after you find who you are as a person.
But I think that that's a really important thing, and kind of a gift that you give when you are your most authentic self, right? Is you might inspire somebody who's sitting there who hasn't quite found their sound yet to explore a different aspect of their personality that leads them to their sound.
Absolutely. Man, I got a goal in life with music. Not only to take care of my family, but I had a pastor one time, and he was one of the guys who helped me. He encouraged me to continue to sing the music that I sing. I was struggling, like I said, like, God, I want to be a servant of yours, but I sing this music. And he says, Jay, as long as you're strengthening, comforting, and encouraging, you're doing the work of God.
I love that.
Right?
Strengthening, comforting,
and
encouraging.
So my goal, every time I get on stage, every time I pick up a guitar, every time I open up this word box of mine, is to strengthen, comfort, and encourage.
That's awesome.
My chair's squeaking. I'm sorry, Bev.
And I gotta ask you, because I know our folks at home are wondering, you play with a playing card right underneath your microphone. And I think from what I've heard offline, that kind of speaks to what you're talking about, right? To reminding you who you are every time you step on stage. Can you tell us a little bit about that playing card?
It does. So I do a podcast. It's called The Morning Cup of Coffee.
Oh.
Right? You didn't know that?
Yeah, podcasting.
All my Morning Cup of Coffee members, let it rip. I do a podcast. It's called The Morning Cup of Coffee. And on one of the podcasts, I talked about playing spades. And for the old school spade players, you'll know what I'm talking about. Or those, you know what I'm talking about. The deuces are all wild. So you automatically add the 4 deuces. They're automatically all spades. But the highest card in the deck is the deuce of diamonds. And so I play with the deuce of diamonds under the microphone just to remind myself that I'm the baddest card in the deck.
But that's...
And it's not being cocky,
How many
it's
times
just...
a day, though, do we need that reminder? Because it's like you said, you're the baddest card in your deck.
So the deuce of diamonds, I mean, I think that you ended off saying that how many times a day do we repeat that? Whenever it's needed.
Yeah.
I'm going through some struggles in my life right now, and I gotta constantly remind myself, Jay, you're the deuce of diamonds. You know, God has made you the deuce of diamonds. I mean, things are not great.
Yeah.
You know, and for many of people out there, things aren't great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you got to look in the mirror and tell yourself that you're the deuce of diamonds. God has made you man, we're beautifully and wonderfully made. Look at me, look at myself, look at these people, man. These is beautiful people in here, man.
All these beautiful people.
God
on the other side
handcrafted
of the
these
camera.
individuals, man. Handcrafted them. You're the deuce of diamonds, Bev. You know, we all are, you know, our own deuce of diamonds.
In our own lane.
And
exactly.
yeah, man, you're the deuce of diamonds.
Man, JR, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Thank you so much for coming to play for us.
Yeah.
We've got more from you, but before we do, if our listeners at home, our followers are thinking, man, this guy is so awesome, I gotta follow him. We gotta hang out. I gotta come to a show. Where's the best place for them to catch you?
Okay, so you can catch me on the website at jrcoblemusic.com. You can catch me on Instagram, jr_Coble, YouTube, JR Coble. It all links up. If you put in my name, JR Coble, you could pretty much get everything. I learned that the hard way by having all these different social media tags.
Yeah.
And my cousin was like, hey, dumb that down to just your name. And I was like, all right, cool. So yeah, JR Coble, you can find me. You can find me pretty much anywhere. Facebook, JR Coble as well. The website will let you know where I'm playing. We do have a single that's about to drop here pretty soon. Yeah.
Oh.
Boom, drop that on Dallas Music Network.
Yeah, you heard it here first, friends. Single that's about to drop soon.
Yeah.
What's the single?
It's called A Little Bit Longer Now.
Awesome. JR, thank you so much, man.
It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
You guys so much.
We've got more from JR coming up next.
Over shoulder looking and I'm walking fast back home. Red district, red light, living my heart and soul seems to be torn. I'm stargazing, or I'm cloud counting, or I'm chasing my dream. Voices in the back of my head asking questions like, man, is this the life of me? Oh, I'm thinking change now. Just a little bit longer and we'll see. Well, I'm thinking change now. Just a little bit longer now. Well, I'm thinking change now. Just a little bit longer and we'll see. Well, I'm thinking change now. Just a little bit longer now. Dirt road walking the other side looks so much greener now. Maybe I should have been a construction worker or a reverend, cause I'm really just an old preacher's child, yeah, yeah. Or maybe those stars would align. Yeah, maybe, oh, maybe those stars would align for me. Oh, I'm thinking change now. Such a little bit longer and we'll see. Well, I'm thinking change now. Just a little bit longer now, yeah. Well, I'm thinking change now. Just a little bit longer and we'll see. Oh, I'm thinking change now. Just a little bit longer now, yeah. I keep my head to the skies, oh yeah. Keep my feet on the ground all the while. And I know everything's gonna be alright. And I know everything's gonna be fine. Oh, I'm thinking, hey now, just a little bit longer and we'll see. Well, I'm thinking, hey now, just a little bit longer now. Well, I'm thinking, hey now, just a little bit longer and we'll see. Oh, I'm thinking, hey now, just a little bit longer now, yeah. A little bit longer now, just a little bit longer now, just a little bit longer now, and we will see. A little bit longer now, a little bit longer now, just a little bit longer now. I'm thinking, hey now, just a little bit longer and we'll see. Oh, I'm thinking, hey now, a little bit longer now, yeah.
And that's our show.
We want to thank J.R. Coble, our fantastic cast and crew here at Dallas Music Network, and most importantly, you at home for watching. We have so many amazing artists to come, so don't go anywhere. Keep it tuned right here to Dallas Music Network for more music, more artists, and more amazing shows. Where can people find us?
They can find us online at dallasmusicnetwork.com, on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and TikTok. And don't forget to check out 2Stage TV, which is available on Roku TV, Android TV, Apple TV, Amazon TV, and available in over 180 countries.
We have so much more to bring you. And if you want a simplified version, just check us out at dallasmusicnetwork.com. Please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. We don't want you to miss a single second of our fantastic programming. We'll see you next time, right here at The Spotlight.
Rocks across round her neck, and she knows Jesus is the greatest friend she has, that's for sure. My small town, yeah, yeah. Late nights with her friends, early morning at church with her kin, that's how you know all. She's a small town, yeah, yeah. When she's mad, something's about to change for sure, oh for sure. When she loves, I never witnessed before. Oh no, that's my small town, yeah, yeah. Small town girl, yeah. Fair shade of sugar and spice. In that kitchen, she's nothing nice. That's how you know all. She's a small town girl, yeah. I love the way she does her hair. Plaid shirts and boots, that's what she wears. That's how you know all. She's a small town girl, yeah, yeah.
If you like what you see, please help us continue to bring great programming to the community with your tax-deductible donation. Donate on our website at dallasmusicnetwork.com. Or to find out more information on how to become a sponsor, email Beverly at dallasmusicnetwork.com. Thank you for tuning into The Spotlight, presented by Dallas Music Network.